From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may see all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunabku Eva Maya E Maho. Ayum Hunabku Evam Maya E Maho. Ayum Hunabku Evam Maya E Maho.
welcome everyone to this edition of Vegetable Soup for Women. Every Wednesday, we come together to share the wisdom, the encouragement, the insight, and the inspiration from this miracle book that was put together with 9 people, including my guest tonight, L.A. Davis. He's going to join me in a little while to inspire and correct the wrongs of this crazy system we have on earth called government. So let me welcome our tiny house village, because that's where we're going, all tiny houses. So come on in, everyone. Come on in. The house is warm because it's cold in Florida. Thank you for joining me this evening. This is the solution to the housing crisis that we have in our world, even unaffordable housing everywhere. And yet we have a battle with our governments and our cities that want to collect more money and earn more money. So this is a crazy world we live in. And that's why every Wednesday I've committed to come together with the tribe. I want to call you my tribe, which I've started a school account that I'll tell you about later, to bring together a community that want to build affordable housing. Now, I want to show you a trailer of a movie that I watched that was the inspiration for me actually contributing to Vegetable Soup for Women. This trailer about the worst situation for women, especially a single mom whose child passed on. This trailer is about the movie Straw. And it depicts the worst situation a woman could be in. And then Tyler Perry says there's some positive things in the movie, which I missed most of them. But just to get us started tonight on why we need to bring together a community, a tribe of people who want to build affordable housing, watch this trailer, which is something that's going on all over the world, if not our country. Okay. It's called Tyler Perry Straw. And the woman's name is Janaya in the movie, played by, what's her name? Taraji Henson. But I want you to just see all the dynamics of what happens to many women in our country.
I didn't mean to do this. Something inside of me broke. I told them I need my money to get my daughter's medicine. She's sick. I just need to cash my check, that's all. No! Please, come on out. I just want to do what's right for my baby. Lock the door. Tell him close the room. We need to figure this out. I don't want you to get hurt. I got put out today. We have nowhere to live. That man robbed me. I need it for my daughter. You want to kill me? You want to blame me for robbing this bank, and I didn't do it. You can't help me. Nobody ever helped me. This is bad, Janaya. This is not your average bank robbery. This is about giving her a chance.
So that's just a minute of the 2-minute trailer, which I think that's enough to get a clear understanding of the dynamics of depression, suicide, crazy mental illness, sadness, fight or flight energy syndrome that is happening too often all over this country, if not the world. And so I am leading a charge to bring some solutions along with my partner in Blog Talk Radio and now in YouTube and podcast, Vaughn Schwartzwald, aka LA Davis. We have been chatting almost daily about setting up school or a community of people to bring solutions to that terrible scene you just saw where a woman gets evicted from her house, her apartment, loses her child, feels depressed, is trying desperately to get money out of a bank. She can't, the system is not allowing it. The system is doing is geared, really is set up to help to fail, for people to fail most of the time. And so between LA and I and all the people who want to join our tribe, a community that is here to build affordable housing tribe. So LA and I were talking. I'm gonna let him kind of give us an outline of what do we need. Some of the things we're gonna be posting on this school app for members who join, how to build an affordable housing tribe. LA, maybe take us through a few important bullet points of building an affordable housing tribe.
Well, the average person, at least in the United States, when they they buy a house, it's dramatically less expensive to build a house versus buying a house. If you build it yourself, you can probably save 75 to 80% of the cost. So that's number one. And number two, with your tribe or community of people, a group of people that you build your house with, and some people build houses by themselves, but typically you get a little small group of people. This is a small group. You can finish the house in a matter of days, and it's debt free versus spending 30 years to pay it off if you get a 30-year mortgage. You don't have to deal with the government or anything like that. So, for me, that alone, I mean, because in the movie Straw, had she lived in a place that she had built and it was debt free, that's at least one headache that she didn't have to worry about.
Exactly. So what are some of the points that we're going to bring out in the school community of affordable housing tribe?
Well, how to build a house hands-on. We'll have, I'll imagine, offline events as well as online events. Of course, how to build social capital, because she didn't have enough of a support system, to help her out, because she just had a real tough day because she didn't have, in my opinion, enough social capital. And of course, before you build that house or in the process of building it or planning it, you need to find out where you can legally build that house. Because in the movie, what do you call it, Straw, she was living where most of the people listening to this podcast live. She was living on the grid. So you're going to have to build these things off the grid, so to speak. But that's good because, you don't have an electric bill, a heating bill, water bill, that type of stuff.
Yeah. So when LA says it's 80% cheaper to build your own house, we're not talking about 5 bedrooms, 3 bath houses. Forget it. The American dream has become a nightmare, mainly because of maintenance and taxes. They're going to tax you right out of that house, because even if you are able to pay off the mortgage, guess what? Municipalities, cities want to make money off your big house. and they're gonna keep letting your tax. You know, the joke, the thing, funny thing is, when your house value goes up, they send you a bill. Oh, your house value's gone up. Some people, oh wow, look at my house value's going up. Your taxes are going up too. So it's all one big game that they're playing with us, the citizens. And we are here to say no more, no more. This is a spiritual battle. That's why the prayer, I like to pray the prayer of the 7 galactic directions right up front, to ground us into reality of metaphysical reality, spiritual reality, that what we see with our eyes is not necessarily what we have to obey and be controlled by. So when you think about the 7 galactic prayers, think about universal energy in every direction, the cosmic. We are the microcosm of the big macrocosm, and we have power to do whatever it is we want. We have set back, many of us, me included, and let the municipalities, the city government, the elected officials make all these rules that do not apply, all these laws that do not apply to the current 2025 reality, that people are losing their houses. People are being thrown out of their tents in the unhoused community. People are being thrown out of their vans and cars even. So we are in a crisis situation, brothers and sisters, for people who don't have the means to stay in their mansions and maintain it for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's why we want you to start using your creative minds. A vegetable soup for women is a great start. Let me bring that book up again. There's 9 stories in here that can help you create. And I mean create everything from income to a new living situation. And you can get that book by sending a cash app to me at Viata. Let me see, where is it? You bring that up right now and we'll bring it up later. Vieta, here it is. Cash app. This is how you get the books. And $3.99. I'm offering it for $3.99 till the end of the year. To $1 Vieta Ramson, and I'll send you the PDF right away. We're eliminating Amazon and all these book publishers because they're just taking our money off. They're taking our money. That's what they do. So we're going to create our own system that benefits the people and not the corporations. And that's what the book is about, helping you use your creative mind to build whatever you need in the moment, in the day, in the season. People need affordable housing. So we're going to send you, we want you to go to school. Let's see. We want you to go to school.com. Let's see.
Spell that out for them too.
Right there, school, SKOOL.com/affordable housing tribe, to sign up and become a member. Now, this community will make money. The more people we have in the community, the more Facebook will pay us. Okay, we have to build a community to get income. So they're going to reward us by coming together in unity, in community, which is the solution to this unhoused problem. In the past, in our ancestors' day, they had community, they had families. So a lot of what we're seeing today didn't happen back then because of the community and the family and the support. Everybody these days wants to be on their own and wants to have their own apartment, blah, blah, blah. That's not working anymore. You're going to get evicted. How many of you are at risk of being evicted if your check doesn't come in next week or this month? We want to eliminate even the possibility of you ever being evicted again in life. Okay. We got some comments here. A good support system is great for your mental health, physiologically, and spiritually. Hallelujah. Amen. It makes you a stronger person and you reach more clarity in your life. We cannot overemphasize the support system we need to develop, which we have had amnesia about. We were thinking we could do it on our own. Women, we can do it without a man, blah, 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 blah. No more. We got to have men and women in on this tribe. And she said, thank you for that comment. We have to believe we have the power within ourselves. Absolutely. Thank you. She says, this is nice. I hope so. I hope it's nice and inspirational. And she said, had a community that got together and had rent parties back then. Hallelujah. Isn't that a great idea? If you sign up for school.com, affordable housing tribe, if you have problems with your rent, we will be able to help you if there are enough, if we have enough members and someone in the tribe has having problems with their rent, our goal is to be able to assist them in some way, shape, or form. So that's why we have to start thinking community tribes now, because the government is against us. The government is psychopathic, in my opinion, chaotic. But if you look at what's going on in Washington, D.C., I go to YouTube and just get entertained by the chaos in Washington. And I don't worry about it because I'm not tied into that matrix where I have to have anything from the government other than my Social Security check. And they're trying to take that away, but I have a plan A, B, C, and D. Somebody was saying, well, what happens if if this doesn't happen? I have another plan. I have enough capital, social capital, with my ex-husband and my former husband and other people and friends that I have in my life who would take me in a minute. And so that's what I want. We want in this school community, we want to show you how to develop that ABCD plan so that you don't have to worry about being evicted. Because if you get out, if you have to leave your current rental situation, you're going to have a plan B when you sign up with the school community. Building more tiny home villages and eco villages farms. Yes, we have to do that. But first, we have to make sure the city and the county are not going to come in and say, well, this tiny house doesn't meet our rules and regulation, our zoning qualifications. We have to be one step ahead of them now, because in the past, you could bring a tiny house on your property and you didn't need a foundation there. Now you got to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on your land and put a tiny house, a van or a car or any other alternative housing. They're all against us. And then how about a tent? Buying from one another in our community. I need whoever, 963, you're going to be I know you're in my tribe. I think this is Dr. D. Welcome, sister. And this is one of my tribe members. I already know that. This is one of our tribe members because her consciousness is up here with me, and we're sisters. Buying from one another in our community. That's what we are going to establish in this school on this app, this school that brings together communities under a certain label. In our case, it's affordable housing tribe. Now, I want to show you just how creative you could be if you didn't think you could be creative. I saw, and I've seen many of these, I saw this video of how they transformed a school bus into a beautiful, beautiful residence. And I want to show that to you just to remind you how creative you can be. They have school buses online for cheap these days. You just have to Google school buses for sale. I think even Amazon has them. eBay has them. I want you to check out how the process they went through to convert a school bus. Let's see, share screen. Okay, a school bus into a living space. And we all have the capability to do this. Okay, it's no problem.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Oh boy, this is gonna be your new home. Guess what we did? Nick got all the seats out. Lane. At a RV junkyard looking at doors.
What have we gotten ourselves into?
Good boy. This is going to be your new.
Now, let your imagination go crazy. That not only can you do that with a school bus, how about a container, a shipping container? When you have a community of people with different experiences, with different skills, with different spiritual energies, you can create anything you want. They will never be evicted from that school bus. You can bet. They just keep driving, keep going. And that's the lifestyle that some of you may need, is just keep rolling. As Mama Azia loves that rawhide, keep rolling. Because the cities are not your friend. They're not out to be helpful in your evolution, in your safety, in your protection. They're all about making money. So LA, I know for me, I renovated this whole 320 square space that I'm in. I mean, it was similar situation, totally empty shell of a shed, nothing in it other than tools and shelves and all that. I had to learn how to put, in my 60s now, to tear down old shelves, take out an old air conditioner, take out nails in the wall, and then I had to paint the whole thing. This whole thing is painted green because I paint 320 square feet. I had to hire a contractor to put in and so on and so on. So if I can do that in my 60s, imagine if you have a community of people who are from anywhere from 30 to 40s to 50s on up, the skill level, the energy level that can be put into your safe, no eviction home, because that's what so many people are afraid of. And that fear is not good for your health. If you stand in fear about I could be evicted if I don't have enough money to pay my rent, guess what? It's going to happen. So we're here to invite you to join us on School for One, and to help you believe in yourself, that you can indeed create a new house, a smaller house, because we're not talking big houses anymore. Those are out, because unless you have the skills and the land, if you have If you have 8 acres of land, then you could put a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on that land and still help others to come in and create there and help you even to manage that land. So here's the app and the website, school.com, Affordable Housing Tribe. Join, become a member, and let us start to begin the transformation that will keep us from being evicted, that will keep us from losing our homes because of taxes, property taxes. We have to work on that end as well, to change the laws, to change the zoning requirements, because we went to sleep on that one. Who elected these people to have property taxes? It's so high and so frequent that you could lose your home even after you pay for it. Who elected those people? We went to sleep. We trusted our government to be honest, to be truthful, and to be careful and concerning about us, the people. We, the people. Isn't that what a democracy or a republic is supposed to be about? We, the people. Republic is we, the people. Democracy is something else. That's what they've been running that scam on us. Oh my goodness, scammers everywhere. I got caught by a scammer today. I was running rings to PayPal. Help me. I gotta get out of this. Gotta be careful out there, people. So who do you trust? It comes to be, who do you trust? LA. You have any other words on building the affordable housing tribe?
Well, you're gonna, these work best in small towns where you have less government. Because if you live in where most people have gotten caught, and I'll just give you a scope of the United States. 86% of the population of the United States, which is, over 330 million people, but 86% of that figure only occupy 3% of the landmass. So when you got so many people, like for instance, Los Angeles County, which is the most densely populated county in the United States, has more people in it than 40 states of the 50 states of the United States. So when you have that many people in a municipality like that, where you have services, because if you want the police, well, the police costs money. If you want a police force, if you want a public library system, well, those people have to get paid every 2 weeks. That costs money, and it's coming from the taxpayers. If you want a hospital or two near you, well, all that costs money, and then you got people retiring. So the taxes, the property taxes, are going up because if you live in these cities and you want these services, it's expensive. Now, 97% of the United States is rural. Next time you guys go up into a plane, get on a plane, and you take off, within a matter of minutes, you won't see nothing below you other than land, in most cases. And so 97%, you need to move to the rural areas where, you have a lot more space and more freedom. And then I'll just land on this, because somebody mentioned rent parties. Some of the activities that we could be doing offline with the school community is, instead of rent parties, house building parties, just like the Amish and Mennonite do. They get together, and because when their kids move out of the house or get married around, 21 years old, whatever it might be, they don't get a FHA mortgage. They don't go to the government to get a mortgage, or insured. They don't go to Wells Fargo or Bank of America. Their people, their community, helps them build that debt-free house, so they don't have to deal with that. So this is the type of, activity that you'll be exposed to and have an opportunity to participate with school.
And we're going to definitely be having meetings out in nature where there's trees and sky opening. My friend and I drove to Miami, the energy in that place was so weird to both of us. It was like, for me, I'm looking at all these skyscrapers instead of blue sky or instead of stars, all we're seeing is skyscrapers. And then where the streets that we were driving on were so close and feeling congested that I think both of us were feeling the energy of unhealthiness, of the energy of not freedom to breathe and stretch out, but just congestion. Okay, congestion. And so as we drive in out of Miami, we're like, ooh, we don't need to come back here anymore. I think both of us were like, ooh, we don't need to come back here. And then the further we got out of Miami, the more relaxed we became. So school.com, affordable housing is going to bring in the spiritual element of building your own house outside of the matrix and the congested cities because they're unhealthy. I don't care how many gyms you're going to in Miami and how many marathons you're running in Miami. That environment is not healthy. It's not conducive to health. You need to drive out occasionally. If you're living in places like Miami, New York, Chicago, drive away sometime, get away, get lots of trees and breathe fresh air, and even go camping and look at the stars. That's what's going to heal and nourish you. Nature, being out in nature. So that's what we'll be promoting on school.com. Affordable housing is how to heal your body, your mind, and your soul. Because we got a lot of wounded souls out there between PTSD from wars, PTSD from domestic violence, PTSD from childhood traumas. There's a lot of healing needed. And that's what we're going to bring to the school.com. Not just affordable housing tribe, but healing so you can have the mind to create your own housing. People are not going to want to create their own housing if they're so into flight mode where stress and anxiety are ruling their lives. So we want to help you detox from that. Breathe, think clearly. Yes, maybe I should renovate a bus and have some people help me do that. As you saw in that video, it's not that hard, but you need hands-on working hammers, nails, and creativity. And I'm going to help you because what I did in my own space was amazing to me. I would never thought I could do this, create this space as the way I have. And every night I look up and like, wow, how did I do this? How did this happen? My creative mind, I was so inspired to have my own little space, a little bigger than my 160 square tiny house on wheels. I wanted to move, and it happened because whatever you think, whatever you speak, you will manifest it with no problem. And Dr. D says, what is it? Mennonite and the Amish train their children in technical skills to use of build houses and fixing engineers. Yes. And that's what, thank you, Dr. D. I look so forward to your participation in our tribe because you have all this experience and knowledge that we want to help young parents start training their children. I'm hoping we get people of all ages, so especially parents of younger children, so we can begin to shift the educational system to one of homeschooling and relevant skills like she's talking about, building houses and fixing things. We've lost that. And she says cars, how to fix cars, plumbing, all those fields that are making lots of money. And a lot of children in the urban areas don't have the skills to make that money. They're thinking, forget college, please. Forget about college, 4-year college, unless you're going to, and I hope nobody wants to be a medical doctor at this point because they got med beds coming out. We don't need to go 4 or 5, 6, 8 years in medical school training and how to write prescriptions anymore. This is my opinion because med beds bring the artificial intelligence of data that can scan your body and correct it right away. No need to go to a doctor who doesn't know beans about your spirituality, your emotions, your relationships. These days, the coming days will introduce creative intelligence that takes all the data from the medical field, from the holistic field, from the spiritual field, from our ancestors, and they put it in one machine, and boom, they're going to scan you, tell you what's going on inside of you. You got a broken this, you got a weak this, you got a weak, and then they'll correct it. That's where we are. The day the earth stood still. If you never watched that movie, that's where they first introduced it 50 years ago. They're just now bringing it out to us, the people. So we now 2026, we're going to be ahead of all these crazy psychopathic government officials and people we elected to do nothing. That's what they're doing. Let's see. We got another comment here. Van Life on YouTube. There's a guy that teaches classes how to build a van for you to live in out of Arizona. I just don't remember. Oh, okay. Mama AZ, I hope you're listening. She's really, Mama AZ, our senior who was evicted last month, she's really studying and got her antennas up to figure out how to move to her next location, which has to be in the wilderness somewhere for her. Not in the city, please. No apartments, no nursing homes. And that's one of the reasons we want to develop our school, skool.com. Because yes, how to build a van to live in, that's unique right there. There is a man, by the way, how you can create your own water. There's a man, Moses West Foundation, MOSES West Foundation. He has created a machine for you to create water right out of the air. It's probably been around a while, but they're suppressing it. So if you want to even go with you don't even have to worry about catching rain on the roof and all that. Just go, if you can get your hands on his machine, he creates water from the humidity in the air. How about that? And then, because that's another scammeroo, bottled water. Can we move beyond the bottled water? Is that the biggest scam ever? We got to pay for something that's free in nature. They make tons of money on bottled water. These days, here's what I do. I have a glass gallon. I fill my glass gallon up with tap water because they've supposedly taken out the fluoride out of the water. And I write all over this bottle because of Emoto's research and theory about words. I put love on the bottle. I put gratitude, joy. I put all these high frequency words on the bottle, and I put it in the sun for at least a whole day. If the sun is out, that glass bottle with love and gratitude and joy written on it from the tap water, free, sits in the sun, generating positive energy. And if you can do that, I think, and so far my health is perfect, getting better every day. I'm fasting every day today during the day and eating at night. But all my inflammation is going away. Of course, I'm expressing gratitude like never before about everything and anything, things I don't even have yet. So if you want to really transform your life in the way of what you're eating, get a glass gallon, a jug, fill it up with water, write all over it positive energy words, and then put it in I have crystals in the gallon too, because Kwame Sunhorse instructed me to put clear crystals in the water. And that's what I don't buy water. I rarely buy water unless I have to distill it. And then my love partner who just passed, he left me a big distiller machine. So if I need distilled water now, I have to set that up and let it go for hours. It goes for hours distilling. We're going to help you transform your life that way, to get out of this broken system that doesn't love you, that doesn't want you around. It's depopulation time. So we're going to help you on skool.com, affordable housing tribe. That's what we're going to be doing. So I hope you'll all join me. Share this video with anyone who might be getting evicted soon. They're going to have to get on board with the tribe so we can help them. Yes, we all love Kwame. He's just a wealth of information and wisdom. So we don't want to go too long tonight. You know, Wednesday night maybe. Friday I have a special guest. His name is Big Herm Williams. He is a master herbalist. He's going to talk about the myth of uncurable diseases. He says there's no such thing, and I'm all on that too. All with him on that. In fact, let me just bring up my book title, because if you have anyone who's been diagnosed with cancer or any disease, my book is available for $8.99, From Fear to Faith in the Master Design. So few people understand the power of their emotions to create disease and to heal it. And that's what this book is all about. So if you know anyone who's been diagnosed with cancer, before they go to their oncologist God and worship him through chemo and all the other poisons, they need this book to enlighten them, educate them on the power that your emotions have to create the disease and to heal it. That's what this book is all about. And again, you can get this book for $8.99. Okay, here it says From Fear to Faith in the $8 to Cash App for PDF. I don't promote Amazon anymore because they're not paying me any money lately. Even though I've been told I sold 8 books, no money coming in. So go to my website, yourholisticlifecoach.com. and you can get the book from there, or just send me a Cash App for $8 at $Vieta Robinson. Let's see, what else did I have here? Okay, I think that's it. Again, school.com/affordable housing tribe. Look for the tiny house in the picture. There are quite a few tribes or groups that are about affordable housing, so you might have to scan through. But if you want, I can send you the link and just put in Vieta Robinson and you'll get to the right one. LA, any final thoughts?
No. I didn't know that. You said there's several groups on school that have affordable
Yeah,
in their title.
Yeah, well, not necessarily in the title, but in the theme of their groups. Because when I put in affordable housing, I didn't have the tribe on there. I had to scroll through all these other groups that didn't even have the name in them, but they were all about, affordable housing or whatever, tiny houses and all that. So we end up changing that name to something more specific and dynamic and to us, to our group, our tribe.
Okay.
They're seeing how it goes. This is our first day in school, at least mine. I don't know. For some reason, I think I have 2 accounts. I may have gone in there at another time. So I have to go in there and clean up one of these accounts because they're matching each other. But this is our first day. We want you to just get the word out. And every week we're going to be announcing or reminding you about this tribe, this community that is so needed right now. This is the solution for all these people who are on their own, being evicted and depressed and sad. We need a community to support and help them in this journey. It's not an easy journey right now, but with community and support, we can do it. So thank you, LA, for joining me tonight. He's in Florida too, so we know it's getting kind of cold lately. But then the other day, it was like 75 degrees. So no complaints here. When it gets below 50, we'll just put on more clothes and say, oh, thank you for the cold weather, the cooler weather. And we might get down to 30 before spring, but it won't last. So everybody, please have a good evening. Come back on Friday morning, 9 o'clock for Health and Wellbeing with Dr. or herbalist Herm Williams. It's all a myth about incurable disease. The cure is within. For sure, for sure, for sure. And has to do with your thoughts and your words. You keep speaking words that you're not healthy, you're not healed, your body's going to do whatever you say you tell it to do. So to all my yogi friends out there, Sat Nam, Namaste, and Ashe, Ashe O to all my brothers and sisters out there, and Shalom. So everybody stay warm and have a great evening.